G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nina and today in The Sims 4 we will be designing and decorating an apartment using a dark feminine aesthetic. So just like my previous video where we used the aesthetic of soft girl, I found all of my inspiration from Pinterest and I thought this would be a great contrast to my previous video. This video ended up actually being so much easier for me than the soft girl aesthetic, and I think it's because the dark feminine decor and sort of overall design is very much more me. Like, I love the dark reds and the dark purples, the blacks, and all the decor is very much based on like witchy things, candles, that sort of thing. So I had so much fun doing this video. Now we are in 2A Jasmine Suites, so we're right next door to the soft girl aesthetic apartment. So I'm hoping that the character that I move in, or sorry, the sim that I move into this apartment will get along really well with Posy Prim. And can I also just say, this marble flooring is probably my absolute favorite flooring in The Sims 4. I really struggle with carpets and curtains. For some strange reason, I just don't like any of the curtains or any of the carpets that are in The Sims 4. But like wallpaper and flooring has never really bothered me. Like, I've always been able to find something, but I've never had a favorite before until I found this marble flooring. Like, I want my very own house to have this marble flooring. Like, amazing. Anyway, so you'll see that we're working on the living room in this video, and I really did want a bar back. In my inspiration picture, you can kind of see that there was a bit of a bar back there, but everything in The Sims was just too big. But I did find a smaller one in the end. So yeah, we're finished for now with that living room. And I decided we should just go straight on to the bedroom. I really loved the black paneling that's in this inspiration photo, and I just love the dark woods and the reds and the blacks with just a little bit of pop of pink from that flower vase, and of course the greenery as well. This is definitely how I would design and decorate my very own house. If I could. I have actually got my eye on this beautiful place in the Mullaney hinterlands, or in Montville hinterlands. It's 4 Valley Vista Road, Mullaney. And you know what? I don't even know how much it is, because if you go onto the listing, it just says to contact the agent, and they won't tell you how much it is. So it's definitely up in the millions. And I don't have that kind of money. So if you can leave me tips and tricks in the comments below on how to manifest $1 million or win the lottery, that would be most appreciated. Because I'm kind of sick and tired of just living out of a bedroom in my parents' house. I'm 35 this year and I don't have my own place, and it's kind of stressing me out. My entire life is actually in a storage unit. Do you know how sad that is? So I pay board here in my parents' place, but then I also basically pay rent for my storage unit, which has all of my furniture, all of my belongings. What I've got in my room is only maybe 3% of my entire belongings. And I want more than anything to be able to own my own home outright. And just, I want to disappear into the mountains, whether that's Mullaney, Montville, or if it's Mount Tambourine. This world is getting too much for me, guys. I really just want to disappear and live deliciously as a witch in the woods. But this is totally how I would decorate my house. Like, I would need at least 3 bedrooms, and I would have one room entirely dedicated to my online shop. Like, I would have wall-to-wall shelves just filled with beautiful crystals, and I'd just be able to really sort of work on that. Obviously, I would want enough money to not only buy my own home, but then enough to like live off of, so for it to fund my lifestyle, so I never had to go to work again, and I would literally just focus on my online shop. But yeah, this is basically how I would decorate. Like, I would have these massive bookcases. I'd have my very own study. I would love to have one of these Tiffany lamps. So the lamp that I'm using in this room, I kind of feel sort of looks like a Tiffany lamp. I would have them everywhere, and even ones that hang from the ceiling. Like, I think that'd be amazing. I'd be able to have all of this sort of creepy decor. Like, I would definitely completely redo the interior so that everything has that sort of dark gothic sort of look to it. So I don't know if you guys know who Christine McConnell is, but she's one of my absolute favorite content creators. And she lives in this gorgeous Victorian mansion in New York City, or sort of like on the outskirts of New York. Oh my goodness. And every single time she does a video, you get a little glimpse into her home. And I definitely think she's a witch. And I mean that in a very positive way. Like, she has magic. That woman is not only skilled and talented, but she has like immense magic. But yeah. And I would just make my entire little witchy house, or my own little witchy cottage mansion. Yeah, people would walk past and go and say to tourists, "Oh, a witch lives there," just so you know. But she sells amazing candles that are all soy and crystals as well. Anyway, what we're working on now is the kitchen, and I really wasn't a fan of the countertops. As you can see in my inspiration picture, it's more like a marble sort of top with the black wooden shelving and cabinets, and this, from the packs that I've got in The Sims, just none of them really worked. And obviously I wasn't able to make my kitchen as big and massive as I would have ideally liked, because we're working with minimal space in this apartment. But at the end of the day, I really did like how it came out. And I think at some point I will be changing over the color scheme of these cabinets as well, just so that it looks a little bit more, unless I've already done that. Maybe I missed seeing myself do that. But at the end, it does look quite nice. And I was really able to utilize the space well. And I think it looked pretty decently like my inspiration photo. I also love those backsplash wall decors, like so cool. I had to add a carpet in here as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I hate every single carpet and curtain in The Sims 4. There's just none that I love. So that's why I use quite a bit of CC. And of course, here we're decorating as well. I've got a coffee machine, because every witch and dark feminine girly needs a coffee machine. We've got plants, we've got flowers. And yeah, I'm just going to put some lighting in this room, and then we're going to work on this little hallway. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to put in here, but I knew that I wanted to have almost like a feature portrait. So I've popped those little lights there just to give a little bit extra light. And we've got a massive portrait in this area. I wanted a bit more greenery, and I had to do something with this wall. So I've put another bookcase, and we've got like a little side table that the Sim will be able to pop, you know, their phone and their keys on. And then I pop another portrait on the wall as well, just to sort of even it out. I think that's one of the things I struggle with when I'm decorating and designing, even using inspiration photos. It's decorating the walls, because they always look bare, or they always look like there's too much going on. I mean, we have a massive selection of portraits, art, and wall decor, but just none of them seem to really work with my sort of idea of what I want to decorate. So I end up just using the same stuff over and over again. But I love these portraits that I think come from, is it from the Love Struck or the Life and Death packs? Anyway, whichever pack they're from, or extension, whatever kit. I absolutely love those portraits. Now we're going to go into the bathroom, and the bathroom I really struggled with as well. This is probably the room in this apartment that is less like my inspiration photo, but I created a little platform there just to put that bathtub up, just so it looked a little bit more like we had a bit more dimension, that sort of thing. And I actually love that I use this wallpaper. I think it almost perfectly matches the inspiration photo. I didn't add as many candles as I probably could have, but overall, I really love this apartment. I think I did a really good job. I love it so much more than the soft girl aesthetic, and I love this mirror as well. So I'm just adding the final touches. I'm adding some lighting, and then I also found some bathroom CC that I just thought would go really nicely in here. So I swap out that sort of robe, and there's more of a feminine one as well. And yeah, just finishing the final touches, adding some toothbrushes, some plants, and a hamper. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the stills. They're coming up in about 5 seconds. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you reached this far of the video. Leave me a candle emoji and let me know what aesthetic you would like me to use next. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.